Job of the day, boat trailer service. He had one of his caps, looks like it lost a lot of grease on the driver's side front, which it did. So I'm going to tear everything down, check calipers, check brakes, do new bearings, new seals, new grease. And he doesn't have a lot of fluid in his master cylinder, so I'm going to put some fluid in, flush the lines, make sure everything's good, make sure brakes work. Let's get to it. All right, we got driver's side up in the air. Let's get these off. TP35s, everything's free spinning. That's where it's leaking. We will take it out. All right, the back caliper bolts are big boys. Just gotta get the nastiness out of the hole. Oh man, getting in there is gonna be hard. Gonna need extension. All right, got driver's side calipers off. Taking the bolts off right now. It's gonna get nasty. Oh man, that stuff smells so bad. Nasty. And then just blue Loctiting the threads for the calipers, and I usually let that dry a little bit and then install it. But let's get these torn down. All right, driver's side hub and rotors are packed. Just cleaning up a little bit. Whenever you do UFP, make sure you get the correct seals. The inner diameter on UFPs are just smaller than the regular 3,500 pound seals, and then sometimes the outer dimension is different as well. And hub and rotors are packed. Spindles are clean. Washers, spindle nut, and castle nut is clean. Front driver's side going on. Washer. There we go, spindle nut finally on. And I'm gonna go get a socket to tighten that one. Tighten spindle nut. Tight. Free spinning. Just a little bit tighter. Free spinning. And cotter key going in. Hub and rotors, driver's side. Cotter key on the rear is on. Cotter key on the front is on. Cap is on rear. Front cap is rear. Clean. Clean. Let's clean up the rotors. Calipers going on. Front, everything's blue Loctited, so I'm just getting the thread started. And on the bottom of this, it's really hard to get a tool in, so I'm gonna have to do it manually the whole time. I can't even get the wrench in. Then I get the top started and in. Good. Do the bottom by hand. I think when they put these axles together, they had everything assembled, and then they put the U-bolts on. Because if I can get a long enough tool, but that U-bolt's blocking it. I think that's why. It is hard to get these on. Front caliper is on, tight. Bleed those brakes. I did put the pads on correctly, yes. I can make sure the calipers are releasing as well. Move the passenger side now. And passenger side coming apart. Some sidewall cracking on this tire. I wonder what his spare looks like. Seems like it's just this tire. Come on, buddy. At least we know these bolts weren't gonna come out. The blue Loctite held on well. Passenger side hub and rotors are off. I am Loctiting the fasteners. Good. Let that soak in. Pack some hubs. Hub and rotors are packed. Front passenger side's going on. Washer's clean. Washer's on. Spindle nut is going on. Spindle nut is on. Tight. Free spinning. Indexed correctly. Cotter key is through. Front cotter key is installed. Let's go to the rear. Rear hub and rotor going on. Good. Washer's clean, washer's on. And spindle nut going on. And hand tight. Free spinning. I think I just broke my headphones. Darn it, just broke my headphones. Cotter key on the rear. Bend over. Bend over. Tight, tight. Need my hammer. Hammer. Cap going on. Cap is on the rear. Cotter key on the front is installed, and cap is going on. Cap is on the front. Let's get these calipers on. Brake pads are good. Good, good. Blue Loctited fasteners going on. One fastener started. Tighten this down a little bit. Started but not tight. Let's get the bottom one on. This one's gonna take a minute. I need to loosen the top. Pads are on correctly. Come on. Just thread, please. There we go. Got it on. Time to do the long process. Rear bottom is tight. Tightening the top. Tight. Let's go to the front. Brake pads are good. Everything's on. Top fastener going in pretty well. Bottom fastener. Let's see. There we go. Bottom fastener's going a little better than the other one. Okay. That's on. Let's tighten the top first. Just a smidge. Help if I set the on position. And manually doing the bottom. Off, on, off, on, off, on. Bottom's tight on the fasteners, doing top. Tight. Sweet. Calipers are on, hub and rotors are on. I'm gonna brake clean the rotor surface itself. A little tight, but once I start articulating the front, because the brakes need to be bled out, that'll start releasing. Rotors are clean. Sweet. Let's get the tires on. I got my tester plugged in. Everything looks good on that. I got fluid going into the master cylinder, but I'll bleed that in a second. Marker lights are good all the way down passenger side. Good, good. Right turn. Right turn is good. Three light markers are good. Let's do backup lights for the rear. Oh, it's brake lights. Where's backup? Reverse. Reverse is good. Back to markers. Yes, good. Driver's side rear. Left turn. Yes. And reverse lights. Yes. Back to markers. Good. Driver's side fender. Good. And driver's side front. Good. All lights work. I have my bleeder valve open. My bleeder bottle is on. Start pumping. There we go. Get the air out of it. There we go. And we're going down just a smidge. Keep on going. Slowly but surely. And you got a flathead screwdriver. I'd fill it up with a little more fluid. Catch bottle has some nasty fluid in it, so I'm gonna keep going until we flush lines. We got good pressure in the lines. I'm losing my mind. Where did I put it? Did I throw it in my bin? I was gonna show you guys the pressure that I found. We'll use this one. We got good pressure. Calipers are backing off. Everything's free spinning. Yep, feels good. We'll go back, make sure everything's free spinning. Calipers are released. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely beautiful. I was able to get his spare tire put on the passenger side front. He's gonna go get a new tire on a spare. But everything's free spinning. This one's against the ground, I think. Yes, and yes. Oh, this tire's also looking a little worse for wear. That tire's okay. I'll let him know on these. This side looks like it's just been in the sun. Yeah, I'll let him know on those. These two probably have him change those out. And do the rundown on this. New bearings, new seals, new grease. Checked all his calipers. Took his calipers off. Checked his brake pads. Brake pads are good. Calipers are good. I refastened his calipers on with the fasteners and blue Loctited them. I bled his brakes. All his brakes are working. His calipers are releasing, and there's good pressure in the master cylinder. All lights and wiring work. Backup solenoid is clicking, so it is working. When he throws it in reverse, it will not. It'll lock out the fluid going to the back to the brakes. I'll let him know he should probably replace those two driver's side tires. I replaced his spare on the passenger side front. Everything else is good. This one's done, and I'm on to the next. And torquing driver's side and passenger side. Front passenger side done, rear passenger side done, rear driver side done, and front driver side done. Perfect, let's clean up.